Hey there. It is impossible to avoid the constant chatter about how concentrated the S&P is right now. Or is it broadening out because NVIDIA is down here? It's also difficult to not have feelings about it. For instance, my family has an iPad, a MacBook, AirPods, we all have iPhones. Apple's a part of our daily life in a profound way. But NVIDIA, a company that designs chips for the still somewhat ambiguous future of AI, has recently hovered around the same market cap. I'm actually excited about the frontier of AI, and I'm kind of thrilled by the speed of development. But NVIDIA leading the S&P to what feel like daily new highs minus occasional hiccups reminds me of Goodhart's law. And in case you've forgotten, Goodhart's law is that when a measure becomes a target, it ceases to be a good measure. The S&P has long ceased to be a good measure, and now is the target that every investment manager has to orbit, justify, and reflect in order to be deemed worthy. However, really the target is tech, and the rest of the S&P is just sort of along for the ride. We've been here before. The percentage of the S&P constituents that outperform the S&P itself is at an all-time low. It drops into and spikes out of bear markets. The last time it was anywhere near here was the end of the 90s, when the internet promised an ambiguous future that many could not quite get their heads around, but knew it was a big deal. Sound familiar? Our managed risk blueprint strategy has done a great job measuring up to the target, but there's a distinct kind of market where we haven't and don't want to keep up with the S&P. That's on the way down, when we hit market patches like the COVID crash or 2022. Ideally, you watch the S&P drop from the sidelines. The target isn't the S&P, it's clients' goals. The measure is their sanity along the path to achieving them. Thanks very much. Take care.